My brother saw a ghost as a kid. 2 decades later, I realized what he actually saw. This is the story of the boy terrorized by an escaped prisoner. It all started on a summer night. I was about 7 years old. My brother was 10. It was well past our bedtime. Our mom was asleep on the couch in the living room, while my brother and I were gaming in our rooms. We were playing Call of Duty, when suddenly we heard our mom's footsteps up the stairs. She had just woken up off the couch and walked into our rooms to put us to bed. Our dad worked construction, and he was out of town, so it was often just the three of us in the house for weeks on end. In order to understand the story, you need to understand the layout of the house. Up the stairs and to the immediate right was our parents' bedroom. Going left put you in the middle of a hallway. Taking another left down the hallway led to my brother's room. The opposite end was my room, which was also across the hall from our upstairs bathroom. At either end of the hallway are window doors we always keep locked and rarely used. The door on my end led to a balcony overlooking our front yard. The door on my brother's end opened to our back porch. This all happens because the house was built to lean into a hill. Anyways, my brother and mom both had a habit of waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. I only knew this because I was always a light sleeper, so every time the toilet got flushed, I would wake up. This night, however, my brother stopped on his way to his room. He looked terrified. He slowly started walking back to the bathroom and in my mom's room. At this point, I could still faintly hear everything that was being said. I'm going to try to pee before I go to bed. This past few nights, I've been too afraid to walk to the bathroom. I keep seeing a man wearing stripes at the end of the hallway, my brother said, towards my mom. I don't know if my mom was half asleep or just didn't care to react. I guess she wrote it off as my brother telling ghost stories to try and scare me. I could not shake the feeling that she didn't react at all to my brother's confession. I, on the other hand, was terrified by it. The fear of seeing a ghost like that at the end of the hallway or through the windows is the reason why I started running from the stairs to my bedroom at night. The next day, everything just kinda went on with the day, and nobody mentioned anything else about the experience from last night. 10 decades later, when I was about 18, my mom and I were having a conversation in her car about a dog we had for a very short time when I was little. We were sharing stories about Max's tendencies towards destroying my shoes and other unruly behaviors when my mom blurted out, "Do you remember that time I opened the front door for the cops and Max ran inside to the kitchen and started tearing open that big bag of dog food we had?" This really caught me by surprise, because in all the years I lived in that house, we never once called the cops. We are a gun owner family who live in a rural, chill neighborhood. I asked my mom what she was talking about, and she looked equally surprised, as if she had just revealed something by accident. This is the story of what happened 10 years ago. Oh, that's right. I never told you this because you were too young at the time. One night, I woke up hearing noises outside my window, and when I looked, I saw a man staring into my bedroom. She went on to describe how turning on the lights caused him to take off running, and how she grabbed my dad's pistol before calling the cops. I can't remember all the details I gave them when they showed up. Tall white male, wearing a striped shirt and jeans, short dark hair, something like that. They said it matched the description of a man they were looking for in the area. It turns out he had escaped from jail on a murder charge. Now I know it sounds so obvious hearing those two stories back to back, but it wasn't until a few years ago, in my mid-20s. That was when I pieced everything together that happened. My brother had unknowingly warned us about a murderer who spent multiple nights staring into our home.